Let's do a little silk reeling today. Silk reeling is good for tendons, joints, ligaments, connective tissue, and they're movements that will help release energy where it gets blocked, which is often in our joints. I'll talk about it a little bit more while I take us through some movements here. So we're going to start, just take one hand, and we're going to swirl our fingers doing a spiral rotating at our wrist. So come down with the thumb first, and then you do a little wave of the fingers, just like that. Then comes up, thumb comes down, then comes up, and we're going to do that with the other hand. Down, up, getting a nice swirl on the wrist there as well. So this is working with the fingers and wrists. And we're going to combine those two hand movements. So the hand that's in the front, we have the thumb coming down. As this comes down the front, the one in the back, the thumb is up and comes up, and then we do the spiral. So let's go ahead. This may take a little bit of time to learn to do smoothly, which is totally fine and normal. No worries there. Just take your time with it. Try to have a little fun with it. Feel the opening in the fingers and in the wrists. Try to keep your breathing through your nose. That will help regulate our breathing and nervous system. Now we're going to reverse this. So it's going to be pinky comes towards the body, thumb will be the last. Before it's being led by the thumb, so now it's the pinky. So we're coming, before we were going away from the body, now we're coming towards the body. Getting the spiral through the wrist. The spiral, that's, the universal movement that you'll see in a lot of Qigong movements. Okay, you could do these in both directions for however long you want. I'm just keeping it a little brief for the sake of our time limitations here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to interlock our fingers into a loose fist, and we're going to trace an infinity symbol basically with our knuckles. So go ahead, just trace that infinity symbol, getting some movement in the wrist there, opening that area up. This goes a little bit into the elbows, but it's mostly in the wrist. So before it's fingers and wrists, now it's wrist and a little bit of elbow. Open that space. Again, do this for however long you feel is comfortable. I'm going to keep it a little short here. And then we're going to do this, go into like the classic 70s or 80s, like kind of like a snake move. So we're going to bring one arm up and do the snake, pull the other one up. Working up now, you see how we went from our fingers and wrists, elbows, and the shoulders now. So you keep doing that for a bit, and then you go ahead and just reverse it. I just learned recently that our shoulders are a joint area that if we do not use them, they will get really rigid and we lose a lot of mobility, a lot of movement in that area. So we want to work with our shoulders a lot here, and this is good to help start opening the shoulders if you feel really rigid there. Then let's go ahead and let's just pause in this position. Just push the hands together a little bit so you open the back of one wrist while opening the bottom of the other wrist. Just push gently, don't cause yourself any pain or anything. This is all just ways to ease into opening these areas. There's nothing I don't want to do anything really intense here, like intense Qigong. Let's go ahead. Reverse it, so now we open up the bottom of the other wrist and the back of the wrist whose bottom we're opening. Just push the fingers towards each other a little bit. All right, nice. Now we're going to do a little bit more of a full body flow. The trick to this is to not spill your tea, okay? You can think that you have a teacup sitting on the palm of each hand. So palms are upward. We're gonna have our feet about shoulder width apart here. And we're just gonna do a forward and backward movement with our hips. And as we do that, we're gonna lean our hips back, bring our palms forward, doing a lot of rotation in the elbows, bring the fingertips towards the body right around the hip waist area. And then as we lean forward, the arms come further back. Keep those palms up best you can. And then push your hips forward. As you push your hips forward, the palms come over the head. So, okay, let's try that again here. Lean forward, hands spiral in towards the body. Back, out to the side, we lean back, palms come over the head. So we exhale down through the nose. Inhale up. Keep your knees a little bent here. That will really help open energy. So knees another joint where you don't want to keep them rigid. You'll cause some energy blockages there. So just keep them slightly bent. Just like when we have our arms out, our elbows are slightly bent. They're not locked. Exhale forward, inhale back. Really stretch those arms out to the side, over the head, opening up the shoulder area, the chest. Let's get some nice opening through the wrists, elbows, shoulders, and the hips. All right. Slow down, and there we go. Take a little pause there. So just quick review. Just gotta start with the fingers, opening those up, reverse. Then we go into the trace an infinity symbol, work along the wrists, just work our way up through the body, opening it up, releasing those energetic blockages to help energy flow more freely through the body. That will help just our nervous system, our organs. It'll help the energy just naturally, intuitively go where it knows to go. So, okay, I hope this brings you some benefit, and I will maybe upload another silk reeling video sometime next day or two. Okay, take care.